not sure if you guys can hear me. Hi, I'm still alive. Okay. Yes, today is the first Saturday evening of no, it's not Saturday. The first Friday evening of October. So I last week I did this. So last week I was doing this sketching with a mono studio on Instagram, and it was interesting because he was doing this as part of an Inktober challenge. So he because he has been joining me on Instagram on Sundays with the drawings with the shop front challenge. And he decided to invite me to do his challenge. So he was wanting to do the October, and we picked. So I picked this one because I had wanted to paint this one. This is actually a Chateau de Fontenette, I think. It's like a hotel in Canada. So I did this with the kakimori nib. So this one is a special Japanese stainless steel nib. So it's pretty interesting because there's many grooves around this. So if you dip it into the ink, you're gonna get quite a lot of ink inside here. And you can draw. Hey, hi DRJS Pro. Hello. Okay. Uh, yeah, thanks for catching me from wherever you are. Yeah, and then yeah, so today we have our new palette. So I think I'm like quite early, so I will just start without further ado. I will start because I think I am feeling pretty tired. So yeah, hopefully, oh yeah, the usual place, huh? Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit tired. So yeah, I might try to get this done soon, and then yeah, and then I probably end a bit earlier. I'm not sure. Okay, so it really depends. So today's the first day, the first week. So let me just show you guys like what palette we have for October. So we were done with the limited palette challenge for Moon Glow, right? We call this the Éclair de Lune. Yeah, I don't know what I call that. So for the month of October, yeah, I should. So I will think about it. I might try to end a bit late earlier because otherwise I'll be super tired. So this is the pumpkin spice palette. Pumpkin spice palette. Why did I call it pumpkin spice latte palette? I think it's just called pumpkin spice palette, and it's made of 3 colors. We always have a blue, a red, and like a yellow. So the blue that we are using this year, this month, is called Phthalo Blue Green Shade. So it's in fact, hey, hello, Paolo, hey, good afternoon to you. So I hope I catch you at a good time where before you walk your dogs. So this month we are going to do these 3 colors. Haven't seen you. I think was the last palette we were painting the cake, right? Of your birthday cake. And now we are in like autumn, and I just had the pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks, and I totally enjoy it. It was so enjoyable. I'm so happy drinking it. And Zuan told me that pumpkin spice latte does not have pumpkin in it. It just has the pumpkin spice. So yeah, yeah, what you mean I have been lied to or bluffed? People told me it seemed like there's pumpkin in it, but no, there's no pumpkin inside. Okay, so I guess yes, I get duped. I get con. Anyway, this is the phthalo blue green shade. So this is 13:3. Is it easy to get pumpkin spice where you are? Could I just go and get it like a good mix, and I can make my own pumpkin spice latte? Because yeah, I hope to drink it like almost every day if I can. Good morning, Nancy's. Hello. So I cut out the stems for you. Okay, I'm not sure if you there. So these are the stems that I will send to you. But yeah, do give me your email, your mailing address so I can send it to you, all right? Do let me know if there's anything else you want. Okay. So yes, as I was saying, yeah, I'm not sure if you can get, is there a good brand of a pumpkin spice latte that I can find? Oh, really? You don't think? Okay, they're not uncommon. So I have to mix my own. Oh, just to let you guys know. So anyway, talking about the colors, I'm just gonna go quickly that this is the phthalo blue, and I have this brown madder. This is from Winsor Newton. You can get, I think the equivalent on Daniel Smith is the Quinacridone Burnt Scarlet. Case is PR206. And final color. Okay, sure. So if talking about pumpkin spice latte, the spices being not uncommon, I think Zhu Huan did sort of gave like the formula, but I can't think about, I mean, I know there are several spices in there, so I cannot imagine having to buy all of them and mix them all by myself. Oh, hold on, you said. Okay, pumpkin spice, aka pumpkin pie spice, is an aromatic blend of cinnamon, nutmeg, clove, and ginger, and allspice. It sounds pretty simple. You know, like in Chinese, we have these like duck braised meat, right? Soya sauce, braised meat. I think they use this stuff, if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure about nutmeg. I'm sure they have cinnamon. Yeah, I'm sure they have cinnamon, clove, and ginger. Not sure about nutmeg. So yeah, but I just have to go like buy individual bottles and kind of mix them all up. Oh, you love the five? Yeah, the five spice 五香粉. Yes, that's the one. Yes, that's the one. Maybe I could use that. I wonder. Hey, Gina. Hi. Yes. I am. Last week I wasn't around because I was doing this on Instagram. So I was doing this on Instagram with another sketcher, right? He invited me. So I'm back to my normal schedule, and yeah. Paulo says I have them at all. Okay, have it all at home. So you are. But what's the? Do you know the ratio? The formula? I might go get all of them. I don't know if there's a good like one that I can get a small amount, because I know I masala tea. But they have gone kind of I think expired or something. So I may have thrown it away. Oh, this one? Yeah. Oh, thank you. So this one is I use the Kakimori knit, the pen over here. So this is the knit. And remember I tried this out, so I actually used this one. So I think I only had to like re-ink like 4 times or something. Yeah, so this is very good. I love this, and I love the feel of this holder. I'm glad I bought it. It's just so smooth. It's sakura wood and it's light, so pretty nice. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about something special that I did over the weekend. Last weekend, I made my own paint. So there you go. This is what I mull mull. Sorry. Yeah, but oh no, it's sticky. So I don't know. I'm not sure if I got my formula right. I'll look at it. Didn't really dry. So these are the colors that I milled. I mean, I didn't do much. All I did was to mix the pigment that I got from Jackson's with gum arabic, and a bit of honey and a little bit of glycerin. I just mix them all up, and I managed to get two pens. So anyway, I mix it. Actually use gold ochre powder from Jackson's Art. So Jackson's Art has these. Let me just show you guys. Turn this around. You know, I have all those things like for a while now, and I haven't really started. There you go. Let me see. Okay, 8 parts cinnamon, 2 parts nutmeg and ginger, and 1 part clove. The ginger is dry ginger. I see. Okay, hold on. 8 parts. That's a lot of cinnamon. Maybe that's why I like it, because I think I love cinnamon. Cinnamon's like I love cinnamon bun. I love cinnamon anything. So that's the reason probably why I like this ginger spice. The spice. The pumpkin spice latte. So this is I'm showing you guys like the pigment. I have gold ochre over here. I use about, I think, 5 grams or something, and I use honey, and I also had like the gum arabic, and this is the premix from Shumika, and I have ox gall, but I didn't use it. So I don't know if I will use it next time. And also have the glycerin, right? Glycerin. This is from food. It's for making cakes. Paulo, could you kind of explain what glycerin's for if you are using it for baking? Is it to make like, I don't know, to make the cake wet or something? Yeah, gold ochre is a nice color. I know, right? Hey, Rhapsody! Hello! Good good morning, Reps. No, good evening, Reps of Yellow, Yellow. Oh, you love that too? So you love Coca-Cola. Does Coca-Cola have cinnamon? I didn't know it has cinnamon. Are you sure? Or is it ginger? What? I've been lied to all my life. I was like, oh, you mean Coca-Cola has got cinnamon in it? What? Okay. So, am I right? What you're saying? Yes, I'm right. Are you referring to, it traps the humidity and keeps the bake long. I see. So it makes it moist. Okay. So does it taste? I have not tasted it. Okay. I have not tasted it, so I'm not sure if it's sweet. Maybe it's sweet. I've not tasted it. I'm wondering whether the ants will carry away my pants because they are not very dry. Like they didn't really dry very hard. And I'm just worried like the ants will carry them, like I might get tons of ants sitting inside because of the honey and the glycerin. So anyways, it's a really, really nice color. I love it. It's very bright. I won't say it's super, super bright, but it's definitely brighter than what I have, which is over here. So as you guys know, last week I was actually trying out the transparent ochre, I think transparent ochre iron oxide. So this is a PY42, which is a little bit more dull, right? And this is the gold ochre, which I hand milled, right? It's over here. So this one it looks a little bit more like yellow ochre, right? It looks a bit more, yeah. But this one is, so I hope it's transparent and a bit granulating. So let me just draw it here. So I have shown, oh my god. Okay, I almost forgot to show you guys the reference photograph for today. I think I probably share it, right? This is the reference photograph. Okay, so it has all these pumpkin spices. So I don't see, okay, I don't think everything is pumpkin spice, because as Paulo has pointed out, we have clove. All right. Oh wait. Okay. Wait. We have cinnamon, clove. I don't see clove here. And ginger. There's no ginger. Wait. Is that clove? I don't know. I don't see ginger. So, and we see pumpkin. So this is like a pretty nice, I think, illustration of how it would look. So yeah. Okay. Let me just kind of set this up so that I can paint it. Yeah, so I am going to need some new washi tapes, and I probably will use this one. So this is a nice one. This is a beautiful one, right? And I think it's pretty shocking. Like this week, what happened? We have one art master who passed away, which is very, very sad because he is truly a master. He's guru. I don't know what you call that. Like yeah, and it's just so sad that we can't see any more new things from Lee Jong-gi, right? What's his name? Like Master Lee. Anyway, yeah. So let me just kind of put all these up first, so that we have I can paint. So the thing is, like, they're so beautiful that I try not to throw the washi away. So I tend to reuse them. So as you can see, I reuse all my washi tapes. As long as they can stick, stay sticky, I would use it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Yeah, Kim Jong-gi, I'm so sorry. Yes, that's him. He's one of the I don't know how he does his stuff. Like, he could just stand there and he would just start drawing and not even thinking. Like, he doesn't need reference photograph. I really don't know how he does it. He's a master, and he can draw anything from any angle and every perspective. It's just so crazy. And I've not seen him in action, which is very sad. So there you go. And yeah, I know, right? Like he actually it's Inktober this month, and when I think about inking, I think of him because he is always doing like sketches and using brush pens, and it's really all like Inktober-ish. So I'm pretty it's quite a sad news. So let me go and get my iPad so that I can have a reference photograph. So actually the dessert, the alphabet of this month is, it's very, very sudden. It's so sudden, and he's not very old. He's not like 99 or like 95 years. If like the queen just passed and she's 90-ish, so I'm like, yeah, she's well, she had a long, good life. He's 47. He's so young, you know. Um, yeah, I mean, it would be good if you know, if, yeah, we would see so much more artwork from him. So he will be missed. Yeah. Okay, I go get bring my iPad. Hold on for a minute. Okay, so there we have our iPad. So reason why I'm doing the pumpkin spice latte this week is because this month is Q. And what desserts do we have with Q? I know, right? Gina says I'm having fun putting sepia PWC. And putting plastic wrap over the wet paint to make branches for bird painting. Ooh, wow. I think that's a very smart way. It's either, that's one way to do it. Another way is actually to use salt. I think some people use salt, like I think Chuhan uses it quite often to have those texture, you know. Yeah, Rhapsody, I agree. It's so shocking. Nancy says, Poco showcase him a number. Paka, you mean? Right. Proco? Proco. Hold on. Hold on. Let me check. Proco. It's not Paka? Let me hold on. It's a what? I You had to share this interesting person with me. I see. Is it a drawing? And it's like a place where you learn like how to draw? Is it like lessons that you I see. Are these free or you have to pay? That's pretty interesting. I didn't know. Oh wow. Hey hey, pain in hiding. How are you? He's an awesome he's an artist. So it is somewhere where this is where he does his classes. So you guys have been doing all this learning. Wow. I have not heard of him. So yeah, interesting to know. Oh, there you go. Oh, I see. Is that him? Is that Proco? Oh, interesting. He draws people. Yeah, pretty cool. Like he draws people very well. That's very good. Oh, wow. Interesting. Okay. Anyway. Ah ah ah. Nancy says, "Oh yeah, yeah. Hi, Penny hiding. Welcome today. I am starting to sketch soon. Nancy says, I have 4 art challenges this month. Limited palette, right? 3D, 2D render community challenge. Ooh. Inktober. And your own arts challenge of scarecrows? Like, what are you doing with scarecrows? Yeah, I haven't really done because I think this week and last week was pretty crazy. So I didn't really have time to paint or think about Inktober at all. So I don't know. For now, I have nothing for Inktober. Totally like zero. So I'll see if I have time to catch up because it's 7th of October. I can catch up I think if I want to. So yeah. How's your drawing, Nancy, with Inktober? Are you like have you reached are you what prom are you on? Do share with us, if you can. Yeah, so and we can see your creativity. I think the thing about Inktober is also, using your creativity to kind of interpret the prompt, which is the fun part of it. Very stressful though. So I'm gonna do the sketches right now. So this is what I have today, right? The hand. So the elements here would be the over here would be our cup. So I keep dropping stuff, like what? Okay, the cup, the mug over here, right? And then we have the hands. So I'm not sure if this is gonna give me trouble. I think it will because I am not good at drawing hands. And then we have these spices, like I think there's a book that's underneath, and some of these are cinnamon, and then these are pumpkins and slices of oranges, and I have no idea what this is. Can someone tell me what this is? This looks like some squash flower or something, I think. And then, yeah, spices. Ah, there. Ah, I see. Okay. Sophie says, day one prom was gargoyle. I Google picture of this and didn't know what to do. Ah, tough, huh? Yeah, I know. Like even gargoyle, I wanted to do like short front drawings, like inspired drawings. But I couldn't find one with gargoyles on it, so I'm like kind of stuck on the first one, so I didn't do anything. I might like try harder. Nancy says, yeah, Inktober is black ink pen, so you're doing the art challenge using color. Ah, that's smart. That and the current is on 7, which is trip. Trip. That's interesting. What are you doing for trip? Paulo says, he's not an art challenge person. I think it's just interesting to see what other people's doing. So I think for me, art challenge is really just that, like to see what people interpret, how they paint certain things, and just kind of do it together. And like I think it's a very fun thing to do as a group. Yeah. Hmm. And Nancy says, gargoyle, just draw a head, not bother with the body. Okay. And that's 52 week. Yeah, I know, right? I think there's something that I was doing it last year. Was it last year? I'm not sure. Or the year before, I was doing the 52. So every week I had to like draw something. I think it was the week, like probably the year before. I was doing that gargoyle. It's not gargoyle, the 52, Inktober 52. Oh, Rapsophy says, my first thought was, does the lion count as gargoyle? I don't know. Can we Google what gargoyle mean? Trip can be person. Ah, yeah, right. That's true. Falling forward or a car trip. I probably will be doing a car trip because I don't think I want to draw a person falling down. Yeah, let me check the definition of a gargoyle. The right. In architecture specifically, Gothic architecture, a gargoyle is a carved or formed grotesque with a sprout designed to convey water from a roof and away from the side of the. Oh, it's actually. Oh, I see. It's actually something to move water out of the roof. So, yeah, nothing special. Ah, okay. And as a monster, it's supposed to be. Yeah, it doesn't say what it is. Description. Um, yeah, it's a dragon. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a dragon. I don't know. So, nah. There. Oh, Paulo says, you see a lot of those in Paris. I know, like the oh no, what's that one? The Notre Dame, right? Not the cathedral, Notre Dame. It's I was up there before. I went there up once. It was very, very cold. I went on winter, it's super cold, and I think I was taking all the pictures like with the gargoyles in there because if you're there you should be taking pictures with the gargoyle. I don't know, I mean that's just me. If you maybe other people be doing something else, taking picture from there, but that was what I try to include all the gargoyles in there in every of the pictures that I took. So yeah, there you go. So I do have actually pictures of them. Yeah, but I actually wanted to do a shop front, so I'm just thinking which shop front would have a gargoyle on it. Probably not many, right? So anyway, let's start with the drawing. I think I already drawn a small little like cup shaped thing, so I'm just kind of adjust the thing over here. There. Oh, okay. You were doing a card trip. You won't draw people. Oh. Okay. Hey, Kaidusa. Hello. Hey, hey, yo. You don't like the first week of prom that much. Ah, I know. Yeah, I wasn't. I was trying to think of things to draw, but I couldn't think of anything. So in the end, I was like, nah, yeah, maybe let me survive this week first because this week I had an audit that I had to perform. So it was very, very tiring. I had to wake up at like 6 o'clock and I come home at 7 p.m. So it's like a 11, 12 hour, it's like 12, 13 hour thing that I had to do. It's really, really tiring. So I didn't really have time for these things. So hopefully, after this. Yeah. How car tripping over itself? What? How does that happen? Okay. Oh, you okay? Started as the lark. Oh. Okay. Wow, your cat lived to be 18 years old. Wow, that is like one special kitty that grow. That's yeah, it's really really tough. I nearly died. You currently don't have any pets. Oh. Yeah, I mean it does. You don't have to. I mean it's a lot of work. So if you could play with a neighbor's pet, you could go and play with I don't know, like go to the park and you see other people's pet. You can play with them. Okay, so now I'm gonna try sketching a pair of hands. You know, I hate drawing hands. Yeah, right? We all know how much I hate drawing hands, fingers. I'm gonna try. This is gonna look really bad, but I don't care. I'm just going to just try it. Okay. I'm not sure if you see. Is it very bright? It might be too bright, and you guys can't see it. So let me just bring this down a wee bit. Let me bring it down so that you guys can see. Okay. Is it better? Yeah, much better. Hey. Yeah, it's tough week. Yeah, I think for me, I have pets. I have two dogs, right? You guys know. So sometimes I do feel a little bit like I do feel guilty for going to work and when they had to stay at home. I also feel guilty when I go on a holiday. So for people without pets, you know just do what you want. You know, there's no guilt. I guess. But I feel guilty all the time. Like I feel like I should be at home. They're waiting at home, doing nothing. Just yeah, you know, and I'm outside, so I feel really bad for them. Yeah. Oh my God, the hand. Like, why is this so? Is this supposed to be so long? This is too long. Whoops. Whoops. So I might just cut it off here. I think it's better to cut it off here. Okay. And yeah, is the hand too big? I don't know. It has been a while since I last drawn. I don't know. It feels like the work has sucked off all my brain cells. You know, all my art brain cells in general. So I kind of forgotten how to draw. Oh, my hands, my fingers are not looking very real. I try. I try. Nancy says, for 6 is bouquet. Draw a fistful of stylized made up flowers. I think that is one of the easier ones. The bouquet. Bouquet is pretty easy in terms of, you know, as I said, I think the difficult one is like booger and I don't know what to do with those. If I were to do like a short front challenge wish way of like short front drawing version of it, I am not sure what I'll do for and probably booger. Like what? Tissue paper selling store or what? What's a zinnia? Is it a nice type of flower? Let me just kind of check. Zinnia. Zinnia. Hold on. Zinnia. Zinnia. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, so this is zinnia. This is beautiful. So did you drew this set of, oh, look at the beautiful flower. They're so colorful. Oh, the bouquet. Look at the bouquet. It's so colorful together. Do they sell this at the florist, or you pick it from like a store, like a field of flowers? It seem like something that you can just pick off the road. Seem like, okay, I don't know, yeah, I'm not a flower person. I only know the basic flowers: roses, hydrangea, sunflower, jaberia, stuff like that. But I don't know I don't know. I'm not like an expert when it comes to those to like, yeah, flowers. So I am just doing the stuff, the other components of the painting. So I think we have this. I have no idea what this is. I think it's some kind of squash flower. I really don't know what this is. I think it looks like some squash flower. I would call it squash flower. You got a David Austin catalog today for rose pictures. Oh, I love roses too. I love the scent. I'm not sure if you guys use perfume. I always look for a rose perfume, and I think I don't the Paul Smith one is not bad. I've used the one from what's that brand? It's a um wow, I forgot the name of that brand. It has the Freesia and Pear one. I think it's called oh John Malone. John Malone, right? I think I've tried their rose scent perfume. It's exquisite. I love it. Um, yeah, yeah. I love roses. Nice smell. Oh, they are. Oh, David Austin roses. Let me check. You guys know so much stuff. Sometimes I just feel like I get educated um all the time when I you know do a live stream. Ah, you had the tea rose perfume. Oh, okay. That's not very. It's quite reasonably priced. Okay, let me just check the Oh. Are they like a store that sells ooh. Oh, it's a he breeds. Oh, I see. Interesting. So he actually breed his own roses and he sells them. Oh wow, that's really interesting. Oh, catalog. Oh, so beautiful. Look at all those roses. This is so beautiful. This one, this is beautiful. All these roses are so beautiful. Oh wow. Well, how did that? Oh, okay. Used to get loads of seeds, herbs, and flower catalogs. Oh, used to garden long ago. Uh, yeah, we have our I do you know, is that a physical store? Is it like an online store where you get flowers from? I think I used to get in Singapore we do have a shop, a few shops, I call it nurseries. They sell flowers and things that you can buy and bring and for your home. And it's always packed with people buying plants and stuff. So yeah, but I don't think they have a catalog. DRGS and Pro and I go there quite often to buy plants for the house. Yeah, but I don't think they have roses like that. Yeah, Singapore is just too hot to cultivate your own roses. So that probably does not happen very easily for us. Things don't grow so well. So I'm not sure if I have everything there. I think just try to get almost all the elements in there. So I'm not sure if it looks a little bit bare at the bottom over here. I wonder what this is. So there's this like patch of black color thing over here, which I have no idea what. Okay, so let me just kind of adjust this. How I usually do this is I will actually adjust the contrast, the brightness, so that I can see stuff. But I think it's, oh, I have no idea what's that. So blah, too bad. I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Okay, so this is gonna be how it would be, and I will start painting. Let me just kind of adjust the revert to original. Okay, and I will continue with the maybe yeah, I think I think some dried leaves or something. Just there's some elements here and there to make this picture look a little bit more interesting. Oh, you have, Paulo, I think you have a garden, right? Oh, but real garden, or as in like a big space for planting and yeah. Um, we in Singapore we don't really have, not many people have their own land. So a lot of us buy potted plants and we put our potted plants outside the house. So sometimes, you end up like walking through, we call this like corridors, just like an apartment, which you share like a lift. So there will be lift at the end of each side, and then you get to like walk from one side to the other side. And sometimes people will put their potted plants on the corridor, and it gets so cluttered that it feels like you walk through a jungle. So I think, you have a balcony. Yeah, Nancy. Yes, we do, yes. Oh, you have Rose Parade. That's interesting. Yes, we do have orchids. So we do have Singapore Botanic Garden. has there's the orchid. I think it's like a garden, a small little section where it's all orchids, and they, yeah, you see a lot of exotic kinds, which is very, very cool. I find that very interesting, and they always give them, like, famous people get their own orchids, which is so unfair. Like, why do they get their own orchid? What did they do to deserve their own orchid? So they name all the new ones. So if, like, a particular important person, like some head of state come, maybe the wife, maybe someone else, they would get, like, some new species name after them. Yeah, so lucky people. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, we do have quite a lot of green spaces, but these are like government spaces, so you can't actually use it for your own use. So if you like to, let's say, grow a patch of lettuce, you can't. You just have to use the space outside your house, and put them in the pots. Yeah, and those that are like, you can't have you don't have a say. It's planted by the government. So if they think that they want bougainvillea, yeah, they would put it there. You can't tell them, like, oh, I don't like this plant, can you plant something else? And the funny thing is, you can't damage the plants. So if you are involved in an accident, you ram your car into a tree, you have to pay the government for damage that you did to the tree. So I think so. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Gina says, I used to have a house with a rose garden. Oh, okay. Okay, you use pictures from the catalog. Ah, yeah, and it can't be romantic and pluck off a rose. We can't do that. It doesn't happen. Firstly, there's no roses. I think the only thing that I pluck off when I was young, like since young, is Izora. So I'm not sure if Rep Sophie does that. I used to pluck little Izoras. So I just show you what Izora is. I think Singaporeans will be, this is something we have. Izora. Yeah, this thing, like round thingy. I would always pick it, yeah, cut off little bits of it, pick it up. And when you pull out the I don't know what's that, like that in the center, you get a little drop of nectar or something, and sometimes I'll just drink it. I mean, I don't know. This is as illegal things. This is and something illegal that I've done. You're not supposed to do that. So yeah, that's something. I think I also tried. I remember we had to make a Teacher's Day card, and I actually plucked some bougainvillea from the road, and I pasted it onto a card for Teacher's Day. Yeah, teacher didn't know, like, I plucked it out, and she was pretty, like, impressed that, oh, you actually pasted flowers on a card, and she kind of liked it, so I was pretty happy. I didn't get caught though. Oh, you do that? Yeah, kids, weird things that kids do. Like, I don't know if it's reasonable. It may be a stupid idea. Yeah, but that's what I always that's probably the only plant that I pluck out. We always play with the mimosa as well. Those leaves, like weeds that grow on the grass patch, and when you touch the plant, is all gonna, like, fold up. So the touch me nots. So I think as kids, those are the stuff that I play with, and these are the things that you see outside. Yeah, touch me not. Yeah, like I would, like, touch and it goes woo. That's really, really funny. Okay, so I am kind of done with the draft, and I will start painting. I think it's a very messy scene, so I hope I can get it done without making it look too crazy. Yeah, so let me just kind of lift off some of these, like, marks. Okay, yeah. That's all about our flowers. I know Pain in Hiding, I'm not sure she's still around, has a garden right outside her house, and she takes a lot of pictures of the garden. So I think she shared it last week when we were actually the week before, when we were deciding what to paint, like what reference photograph to take, and she just shared that she has this account and could actually log in. You can actually go into Unsplash to see all the flowers she has in the house, that she has in her backyard. Yeah, I think she just said she came in on just a while back. Oh, you're listening? Oh, low energy. Yeah, like me, I am pretty low energy as well. Like this week is just crazy. I'm so glad like this is like Friday and I can finally do, relax and do things that I want to do, because it was just so draining for me. Oh, you have? Yeah, yeah, right. She has a beautiful flower fruit garden. And yeah, have you managed to do like um grow any roses? I think we do have people sell roses in Singapore, but somehow they are not going to last. So you're just wasting your money buying a rose plant in Singapore. It's just too hot. We do have hydrangeas as well, but they don't last either. So very sad. I love those flowers. I don't know why. It's just so weird. Like we can't grow these things, and yet we love these flowers. And for you guys, you love orchids, but you can't really grow orchids where you are. So it's a really interesting thing. It's like the grass is always greener on the other side. So for some reason. Okay, so I am going to start painting. Okay, roses are high maintenance. Oh, gotta cut them. Oh, we need to water. Okay. Yeah, I think I have brown fingers. Plants that I have die most of the time. I'm not sure is it because I am too lazy or I really am cursed or something. Um, all the plants don't survive in my hands. So yeah. And I've never, yeah. Gina says, oh, she's retired. She paid for pleasure. Every day is Friday. I'm so envious of you. I don't know. I mean, I guess we're all at different stages of our life. So hopefully, when I'm at your age, I will be able to paint like you and complain about painting every day. And oh, I'm painting again today. I don't like to paint. Or like, oh, I'm so sick of painting. I don't think I will ever be, but yeah. So I hope that when I'm at your age, I would be doing that and not worried about anything else. So you are having a good life right now. Um, painting every day. So envious. Okay, every day is Friday. Really, really nice. Okay. So as I was saying, I finally made my own watercolor. So this is the one I made, the gold ochre. So I'm gonna start painting right now. It's just so difficult to get it. Yeah, it's just not drying. So I think I probably add too much humectant. Okay, it's looking very, yeah, it's not dry at all. So let me just squeeze. I'm squeezing in all the colors. So these are the pens that I got from Mangyu. Okay, funny thought. We had a flower, okay, that wasn't blooming. Your dad looks at it and said, oh, nothing's happening with you there. What? Maybe I should say that to all the flowers in my garden. We have a lot of orchids. In Singapore it's pretty cheap. Like a whole pot is like maybe 10. Is it $10? 12? No. Yeah, I think it depends on what sort of orchid. It's not that expensive. So we have a few of those, and they kind of stop flowering. So maybe I should go and scold them, and they might just grow. I don't know. About it, they always saying like, oh, you should give them some tender loving care, say nice words, let them listen to Mozart, and maybe they'll bloom really nicely. But maybe if I scold it like how your dad scolds the flowers, maybe they start blooming. Yeah, I know, right? I will just go and scream at it. Gina says, oh, thanks. You are on a budget but have small pain. Oh, than ever. Oh, I know, like you, I guess, just do what you want, buy what you like. Yeah, it's always good to just, if it's for painting, it's never wasted if you're using it in a good way. Hi, Stevie. Good afternoon to you. Hello, how are you? So, today we are painting my favorite drink, which is the pumpkin spice latte. Okay, and I have these three colors over here. So I'm thinking I'm thinking about what I should do. Let me think. I I am thinking of just doing, I think the wow, I really don't know how to approach this. You know, it's been a while since I start painting. I mean, when I last painted, last week I was just drafting with ink and everything. So yeah. Okay, okay, let me just wet. I didn't mill this for a long time. So this is the paint that I made. I didn't mill it for a long time. I think only like the 20 minutes. I don't even think I did more than 20-ish minutes. Okay, so I am going to get a nice like orangey brown, I hope, from this, because I want to make a nice latte color. Okay, so yeah. Okay, just gonna, maybe what I'll do is just get this off, because this is a little bit too distracting. The color is very dark, so I'm just gonna get it out. Our pain in hiding says, it was when we all started gardening. I didn't have, I see, much knowledge. Okay, but it worked, right? Like it really worked. You managed to get that, like by scolding it, it started growing. Yeah. All right, so let me just start to paint. It's pretty, quite a nice, oh wow, okay, I can get quite, this is, be very careful when you use phthalo blue. It is very, very strong. A wee bit. So can you see, I just added a little bit and the color just changed like almost immediately. It's crazy. It's a very crazy color. Okay, so be very careful. If you're using phthalo blue, don't overdo it. Okay, don't, be careful. Okay, so I'm just going, I don't know why I'm doing this first, but yeah, I'm doing the coffee first, because this is the pumpkin spice latte, right? Oh, Swords Law? Oh, who did that? Was it your Amazon? What did they do that? Are they like, do you get a lot of prank from people, you know, just playing with your doorbell? Just wondering. Could that be just a prank? I should have mixed more of that, because I think now that my color looks a little bit weird. So this is actually the first time that I am using the color that I milled for this painting. I'm not sure if this is the best. I think this is probably not a good idea to, this is a big brush, so I may actually swap it for another brush. Our local counselor, what do they do? What do the local counselor do? Are they like kind of running the place, like running the town, the location? I don't think we have such a thing here in Singapore, like the counselor. We do have what we call like minister of parliament, and they just go around sometimes, helping you with problems. So if you have any questions, if you need help, they would kind of like bring that up, you know, to the parliament. If you know, they kind of try to get help for you, like they're kind of your voice. So I'm not sure if that counselor you were talking about is the same thing. Ah, okay, just pop in to see. Oh, okay, that's really nice of them. How's your mom doing? Is she I mean, I don't know. She okay? Like, yeah, better than before, or I should actually mix a bigger amount. So I'm trying to mix a nice brown color over here. So yeah. So I'm not sure if this is, it can get a very nice color actually. Oh, getting worse. Oh no. You get like need help? Like maybe you could get like a help from the nurses. I don't know. Take care, please. Yeah, I think um I don't know. Just remember, I know you're taking care of her. Just remember take care of yourself as well. Because she needs you. So you have to be there and you have to be well to take care and yeah, always, take care of yourself first. That's the most important thing. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, uh, I'm just trying to do the swirl marks for the latte because it's kind of big, so I think it's possible to really just I'm able to get some of these details down. So I'm just doing like painting this down and getting the marks. Yeah. So the gold ochre is really quite a nice color. I think it's really beautiful. Oh, on a side note, you got sent a set of 56. What? Really? Who sent you a set of 56 Himi gouache for review? What? That's really cool. Wow, what happened? Who gave it to you for free? That's really nice. So awesome. Yes. Was that okay, sure. Yeah, that we our Paulo's gonna go and walk his doggy, so let's everyone say bye to him and have a good walk. See you. Oh, you are an Amazon Vine reviewer. Wow, awesome. That is such a good thing. I think this is the best. Would you, is it for like they would give it to you for free? Really? Wow, awesome. So are we expecting to see like some gouache painting from you? Bye, Paulo. See you. See you again soon. Too bad you had to go and I actually barely started. I think it's just me talking too much. So sometimes, like me, I kind of like spend too much time just talking rubbish. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sorry. Hopefully, yeah, when you're back, maybe I would return. Probably. Okay. Oh, it was lovely. Okay, that's really nice. Yeah, that's the best thing. I think it's really not too bad, but just do take note that it does solidify really quite quickly. But don't worry if it's solidified, because if that happens, just add a bit water to it and you just kind of like, yeah, you just swirl it or you just mix it around with a toothpick and you should be able to get it to work pretty okay. So I think it's no big issue. It's a small thing of that paint getting dried up, yeah, it's not issue at all. So I'm using just the very very light wash with the madder brown or the phthalo the quinacridone burnt scarlet. So this is such a nice color. Like at the light, this is at a very low concentration. Can you see like how beautiful it is? It's like a beige, like a fresh flesh color. It's like your skin tone. It's a very beautiful skin tone color, pinkish, coral color. So this is really really nice. Oh, on Amazon. Could you like decide what to be sent? Could you tell them like, oh, could you send me some Daniel Smith watercolor? I would like to review the Daniel Smith watercolor. Or did you like kind of register for that kind of thing, you know? I think that's the best part, being a reviewer. You could actually go around and if you can have the choice to kind of decide what you want to review, that would be kind of the best job ever, because you get to use it and you write a good review and you get paid for it, like kind of, based on getting you know, they get a feedback that they want, and you also get the product to try for free. Yeah. So do you give a good review? You pick from the list of items. Wow, and 56. You are lucky, man. You are a lucky man. So we would like maybe see you paint with that one with gouache more often. Do you paint anything? Have you done anything you could share? So at this point, I would just be kind of, I think for this piece I would be kind of doing a more loose way, painting it in a very loose fashion, like in a more carefree way. I'm not gonna be too concerned, yeah, with it. Okay, so I'm just going to, with the details, so I'm just going to add some water to kind of make it just a wet on wet thing. Okay, so this is like really the hands. I'm just going to dump in some of these details. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but yes, yeah, I will. I'm just going to let it dry first. There's some bits of it being a little bit yellow, which I will kind of just have it like glaze on top, okay, like that. So this part is a bit odd, so I probably have to put in the details a bit later. And over here, right, there's a bit of the brown, like a darker tone over here. Okay, I'm just going to let that happen do it in a wet on wet. So this is the wet on wet part of it, and over here as well. Okay, so just remember that this area here is pretty dark, so just gonna let that dry. So it looks a bit odd right now because it's just too dark, but don't worry. After it dries and after the details go up, we should be okay. Yeah. Oh, there. Oh, come on, pain in hiding, don't worry. You will be sent stuff to review. I guess it takes a while. Like, I think just recently someone sent me something. Like, I would say recently, a few months back, someone sent me the Hobin color dot card to review. So that was probably that. And I think some of the local stores that does, like the art stores, they would have, sometimes they would send stuff for review. So time to time they would actually do it. So yeah, I think patience, kind of. Nancy says, oh, okay, you send me a picture on Discord. Okay, cool. All right, let me show you guys what can I show the rest. Oh wow, this is from CB, his set of colors. Yeah, I think this is exactly the one, that I have. I think this was the one that I have as well. And I already seen that you have started using, like, are these marks of, how about your work? Show us your artwork, please. Oh, you were not worried. Oh, just find it difficult to answer. Oh, well, I guess this is something that you can't control. Yeah. Just tell them that, well, it will come. And I think sometimes they are really, I think for those big companies, they normally look at those very big channels, like with maybe 200, maybe 20K, 20,000, 30,000 viewers. So people like us, yeah, small timers, maybe not. So that's how it is. But yeah, anyway, so I don't know why I'm starting with this one over here. Let me make this a bit darker. So I'm gonna make a kind of like the dark, like a grayish color, kind of. So I'm gonna do there. Okay, so I got to be really careful how I actually do this, because otherwise I might end up making this, oh, look at what I've done, making it very, very crazy. The color making it very, very, yeah, I might end up making it very, very dark, which is something that I don't want to do as either. So now I'm just kind of getting the colors to kind of mix on the paper. So this is why I like this paper, because it does allow me to do a lot of these, if I could see a lot of these texture with this paper. And I'm actually just using these paints. I don't think they are granulating per se. Phthalo blue is definitely not. So I really don't know. Maybe this is flocculation. Could be flocculation. Okay. We get used to them. Okay. Gouache is a little bit different from watercolor. Even the way you paint, the kind of the way you need to think when you paint with it. So just be a little bit careful with it. Okay, in that sense. Okay, then I am going to try to paint. Yeah, do the same thing. Yeah, probably be quite careful with the edges. Okay. I'm not sure if I am being a little bit too loose, and this piece might look very complicated. Okay, so now I'm just trying to get those details in by just painting the background first. Yeah, so yeah, this is the pumpkin, and then we do have some of these other plants, which I don't know what this is, some kind of dried plant. So yeah. Okay, so I just need to make sure that I also have make sure that the colors are kind of blended through as well. Let's not have a case where there's hard edges. So now I'm just trying to get the edges to kind of, okay, kind of just mix them all so that everything just kind of flows through. So this is how it looks. Yeah, Nancy says, my newest sketchbook that I'm using for Inktober, watercolor warps the paper but gouache does not. How do you use your gouache? Do you add a lot of water? Like for watercolor, do you use a lot of maybe for watercolor you use more water than gouache? I don't know. For me, that's the case. Normally, I do not use that much water for gouache. I use a lot more for watercolor, because watercolor you can do the wet on wet, the effects and stuff like that, and for gouache you don't really do that. You really just layer stuff in there. So for gouache it's less, you probably use less water. I don't know if is that what you do. Think about like maybe how much water you're using. Maybe you're not using that much, so that's why it's not buckling and not getting the weird like warpish effect that you have. So that's something that, yeah, maybe you can think about if that was what you had, the reason why you have been having that problem. Okay, so I got to be really careful here not to make this be very careful how I paint it, because I'm doing like a kind of a negative painting. Okay, so I got to be really careful to make sure that I do not mess up the edges. Okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, man, sorry, I dropped my brush and now my floor is blue. No. Okay. Oh, it's the same, like wash, but so wash is about the same. Wow, why is it that? Could it be because you? I don't know. I really have no idea. I don't really use gouache that often. The last time I've used the gouache was probably like a few months back. Okay, I think it was when we did like the garden together. It's probably the last time I used gouache. I still prefer using watercolor as you can see, like I always been doing the challenge in watercolor. I've not really thought about switching to just doing gouache, so I can't say I'm good at gouache. But anyway, when I'm doing this, I got to be really fast because I do not want to have the situation where I got a hard edge. So I think this is gonna be what I will see. Can you see over here? So there's quite a lot of hard edges, which is really, really bad. And then on this side, I will also have some hard edges, but I can kind of mitigate it a little bit by adding some texture to it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm adding some texture, and hopefully it would be not so obvious. Like this is pretty obvious. So I'm just gonna try to add some colors to it so it does not get that obvious, but doesn't look good. Okay, I might just kind of do a wash, yeah, which is what I just did. just to add that, like, try to kind of cover up like that we had this issue with the colors, like the hard edge over here. So this is really bad. Yeah, oh well, I guess sometimes it's just, that's how it is. So I think what I'll do is I might also just paint in the blue over here. Yeah, I will not be painting. I think if you looked at the picture itself, there is like a book underneath. So for this one, my version, I have no book under there, so it just be, yeah, the person holding it, okay, and a hand like that. So that's just gonna be this, okay. Not sure if that would be good enough. Yeah, something like that. And I think over here I got to be really careful because, yeah. Oh man, I'm not sure if I can take this out. Oh, luckily I can. So managed to get a wee bit of the color out. Okay, so phew. Phthalo blue maybe, not that bad. Okay, go ahead. Gina says, I have cheap US art supply gouache. Never used Daniel. Daniel Smith a new video, but they are now making gouache. Yeah, they are. They are making, I think I've seen a few of the Daniel Smith colors. Daniel Smith have been kind of going into different like different things, and I think now they kind of concentrating on the gouache. Yeah, I guess maybe that's the strategy. I don't know. Could be maybe that's new. More people are using gouache. I don't know. You guys think so? Like, what do you guys think? Like, do you see more people using gouache over like watercolor? I think for me, I still see people using watercolor over gouache. Maybe it's the accounts that I see or I follow on Instagram. I do know more artists who use watercolor over gouache. Yeah, but I think it's like acrylic. It tend to be an easier, one of the more the easier medium to use, because you can do a lot of correction, unlike watercolor. This is a bit too small for my liking, so I'm gonna switch back to this one. Okay, so I think a lot is going on in this picture, so I'm just gonna do a very quick layer over this whole thing, this pumpkin over here. Okay, before I go into the details with the shadows for the shape of it. So that's what I'll do. So just gonna need to let it dry a bit before you think about actually using yeah, let the edges dry, otherwise it might bleed. Okay, so over here what I'll do is I will actually just paint this all these. Oh, it's so dark, but I think this is really like that color. Let me just kind of get, okay, I think this is the right one. So this is the right shade. Okay, it's kind of like a brownish color. Oh, Magic Fly Gouache. Hard to squeeze out of the tube. Ghibli uses gouache. A lot of YouTubers are turning into, oh, they are watercolor? Okay. Yeah, James Gunny has a lot of videos on gouache painting. So he's like kind of the guru, right? Sometimes I would watch his video if I like kind of stump, like I need to use gouache, but how? I would actually watch his video. I think he's one of the people to go to when you have any, you need to like to know a little bit more like how to do certain tricks. And yeah, very good. He has very good channel over there for gouache. But I think the thing about gouache, right, is that there isn't that many manufacturers. You think so? Like I find that there are actually more manufacturers of watercolor as compared to gouache. Um, I'm just wondering why. Like, do you guys maybe, anyone has any idea? Like, why is it that there are more manufacturers for watercolor and less for gouache? Yeah, he is. He's pretty epic. Yeah, I know, right? Like, we all learn so much from him. He's really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna use a very, very light. I think I will just use a very light. Um, I'll mix the yellow ochre with the phthalo blue, and then I'll just paint this one just like that. Okay, I'm just gonna paint it through. I will work on the shading later on. So all I'm doing here is just mixing the colors up just to do the first base layer. So I'm just gonna do the base layer here as well. So this is the pumpkin, just the base layer. So today I'm feeling a little bit more like loose in a sense of my style. I am not thinking too much about like getting it totally right in terms of the borders being very neat and things like that. Yeah, so just so you know like why my painting is out of the boundary today. I see, cheaper to produce. Yeah, maybe because you get chalk and everything to it. Is it chalk? What did they add actually? Is it pigment? PW. Oh, I forgot like what pigment, what they actually use for it, for making gouache. Binder? No, I don't think they use I think they use something. Just let me kind of check. Yeah. Okay, gouache. Made from, made of natural pigment, water binding agent, gum arabic. Is it the same? Additional inert material. That's not very useful. I think they probably add something. Hold on, let me check. What is gouache? Chalk. Yeah, chalk. I think they add a lot. They add chalk to it, so it becomes yeah, like that, easier to use. Like cheaper to make, and it's kind of bulks up in a way as well. Yeah, probably. It's pretty close over here. So maybe what I'll do is I'll actually also extend it a bit. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Okay, then I think I have to do the details. So I just have to let this dry a wee bit. Maybe I'll get a green. I'll just do up a green so that we can paint this part of it with the phthalo blue. Okay, phthalo blue over here. And then we have the green. Okay, so this is a green that I can get. So this is a very interesting color set of colors, because we can get quite a lot of different sorts of colors from this. this palette, we get very nice green color. You know, we get orange. You really get a whole set of range of colors that you can really use. You know, yeah, and I think the green is pretty interesting. It's like a very deep cobalt green color. Okay, so this is what I have. I think I would just kind of, I don't know what this is. This is a very interesting piece of fruit. So I'm just gonna drop that color, just put that color in. Not very precise, okay? So what I'll do later on is to use a lighter brush, like a brush, tinier brush to paint in the details. Yeah. Yeah, I think the tempura, the egg yolks is just it's a very interesting thing. I don't know about the whether it would last actually. Can you imagine like having egg in your paint? Like sometimes having watercolor kind of also, you know, you're a little bit worried like it might grow, like mold might grow. So I've seen a lot of formulas. So I show you guys, I actually made my own gold ochre like this one. And I actually was a little bit concerned that I might get like mold growing because it has got honey and everything in there. But I think I haven't added anything and it didn't grow stuff. I'm not sure about egg yolks though. Not sure if you get it. You know, egg yolk might it might spoil. If that happened, I don't know what will happen. I mean, if that happened, I really don't know if you should still continue using the egg yolks. I mean the tempura. Tempura? Is it tempura? Tempura. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll mix a thicker mixture, right? Just for doing the lines. Okay, so I'm just going to do up the lines right now. Okay, it's looking a little bit crazy right now because the colors are just everywhere. So I'm just going to darken and do a little bit of the details. So just give me a moment. While I paint this. Oh yes, I did. So I visited them. So I think they have moved to a new place and they're currently having a lot of like outreach. So I've seen them like do outreach for the what do you call that, National Library, and also a few other I would say educational purposes. Like they do a lot of education, so they go around. So I think the main thing that they do, it's probably educating people about art, about making your own paint from natural materials. And so they bring them out like to different parts of Singapore, to just kind of like take stuff from the nature and yeah, make your own art material, your own paint from it. So I think it's very, very interesting what they do, which is why I wanted to, at that time, I thought it's a good idea to interview them. Yeah, it was a very fun interview as well. They are very, very easygoing, very, very fun people to talk with, to speak with, and talk about art in general. And I learned quite a lot from them. Oh, okay. Egg tempera doesn't yellow, change color, or grow transparent over time. One doesn't have to use toxic paint thinners. How do you keep like the egg tempera? Do you like put it? I'm sure there's a kind of a chemistry that happens so that you kind of fix it and you don't get an issue with the paint spoiling over time or like deteriorating, going fungus. I don't know, like just yeah, generally not doing well, so I don't know how that actually happens. Very interesting thing to do. Yeah, to see how they actually do it. Do you know of anyone that actually is doing that, like right now, using egg tempera? You just need pigment and egg yolk, or you need other stuff. Old masters use egg tempera that lasts hundreds of years stable. Oh, okay. So probably there's some kind of like reaction that happens. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so perhaps I'm wrong. I mean, I have the wrong concern about worrying about it being whether it would last. It's probably very long lasting if you do it well. Probably have to formulate it properly. And I'm sure they have formulas, that last that people share, through the century, like these knowledge that people have from a long time ago. Yeah, so yep. But I'm wondering whether there is like a ready-made one, like a ready-made egg tempera set that you can use, or it's something that you have to prepare like straight, like fresh, so that you can paint like almost use up almost immediately. It's probably that kind, right? So I'm just doing the details of the knitted. Like this person is wearing, the person holding the cup is wearing some kind of wear, knitted wear. So I'm just doing the details. And then, uh-huh. Oh, Gina says, I watch an artist use it for icon Jesus painting. Ah, okay. Yeah, so maybe I would, I don't know. It's interesting. Maybe one of these days I would do like try a new media section when we paint, to just try out different things from time to time. Yeah. The problem for me with using new media is sometimes, I would just buy and then I will try it and then I will never use it again. So I end up having a lot of things at home that I've never used again. So that's not good. Yeah. And maybe I could do a giveaway, if you are interested in my set. Yeah, please feel free to use it. If you answer question correctly, if you're most consistent person who watch my stream every week, yeah, I'll give it to you, that kind of thing. So maybe, yeah, it'd be something interesting to. But I think it as an artist or someone who's interested in like art form, it is important to try all the mediums, which I haven't really been doing. I think I haven't done a lot of medium, so this is like something like even charcoal. Like I'm not a charcoal person, and there's certain or some things really makes me very like I don't think I'm good at, like what I think color pencil is one. I'm definitely not good at color pencil. It's just so long. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Since I already have the uh paint, the pigments and everything, yeah, I guess this is something that I can do. Other than, but I do not know of anyone who actually made their own gouache. And I've not seen the gouache. Yeah, I will go check out maybe tempura formula and see if easy or difficult to do. If it's like pretty easy, maybe I would. But I sometimes can't stand the smell of egg, like raw eggs. I think I have to probably overcome that that part of it. So I managed to get I don't know, this part in, but I have to paint. Yeah, I'm always bad with this kind of detail. So can you see like her hand? Like it's I have to be very careful. I'm always bad with this kind of details. So now I will paint this part of her hand. I hope that I will not ruin it. I'm always good at ruin things. Like this one is actually supposed to be it's supposed to be, let me just kind of take this one out. I hope I can take this part because this part is actually lighter. So let me try to remove the color and just take it off. Yeah. No, not really working. Kind of, but not like 100%. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to use a bit of that for her fingernails. Slightly like a brown, like a grayish color. Okay. Okay, and then all these details on her hands, these wrinkles, and then we do have this part that's in the shadow, so we just have to make sure that it's in the shadow. Okay, things like that. Nah, I don't know about this. This looks really weird. Oh, the smell would be interesting. Gina says, I'm really close to getting my oil out again. Yeah, he is. Bob Ross is like, he's like what do you call that? The artist friend that we always have in our life, that we should have in our life. Like he will make you happy. And every time I see him paint his happy little trees, he just makes me happy when he says like, oh, we have to add some like happy little trees here and there. And yeah, maybe one day we should paint something from his from his videos. I don't know, that would be kind of fun. Paint like Bob Ross. I know like sometimes like for some people even went to like Halloween party dressed as him with the hair, with his big like, you know, with his iconic hair look. And yeah, I might, you know, if I am invited to a Halloween party, maybe I'll go as him. Hello, oh, hello, it's me, Ash. Hey, Ash, hello, Ash. Hey, you changed your name, Ash. Ash boy, are you? Are you Ash boy, or are you just Ash? Because we have an Ash boy from Twitch. So hi, hi, it's me, Ash. Oh, acrylic paint, I know, right? I know, right? Acrylic paint give, yeah. I think if acrylic paint gives you headache, I cannot imagine oil. It's gonna give you more headache. You're gonna faint probably from painting too much. The smell and everything. Yeah. So, um, and CB says Bob's hair makes him laugh. Smile? Smile when he watch. And sometimes I know there are there are channels, I think Twitch, they would like rerun his teaching videos, like, and people, so that people can watch it. And I think this is a really funny, like fun way to learn to paint. And then some people actually made videos of them following his tutorial and then painting something from it and I think it's really fun, like really interesting how they actually were able to paint something based on his tutorial, like maybe like, oh, let me paint my room in this by following a Bob Ross video. So yeah, he's funny. Oh, okay, you go by Azul or FOD, and you just happen to have Ash as a user. Oh, okay, hello. Because we have the Ash boy, so I was just wondering if you're Ash boy, because he's our regular. I mean, like kind of regular. He sometimes pop by to say hi. So yeah, thanks for joining. It's Ash. Yeah, you know, we always it's funny, like sometimes we have people come in and they say hi and go like, oh, are you this person? And sometimes they're not. I feel a bit like, oops. So this is exactly the situation right now. I feel a little bit yeah. Are you loving the pumpkins? Oh, thank you. I don't know. I think the pumpkins is still a little bit like the latte is looking okay, I think. Pumpkin, I'm still working on it. Like currently, I think I am still quite far from making the pumpkin look like a pumpkin. Yeah, it's getting there, it's getting there. I think there's also some like leaves here and there, but yeah, let's start. Let's try to get the yeah, the shadows in. Okay, so now I'm just trying my best to get the shadows in here, to get the details in here. So this part is a wee bit darker, like it's darker than the rest. So sometimes what people do is actually they have like a you know, if you are a Japanese or artist, painter, they actually have like a brush with water so that you can have that you know, wet on wet immediately, like when you put in the color, the color, another color in the inside the for painting. So this is what I am attempting to do right now. I'm just doing this part. Okay, so I'm trying to paint to give the pumpkin a 3D so that it looks more realistic. Okay. Okay. But we do want that the lines to be too harsh, which is why I'm using the water. So this is with water, this is with the paint. So I'm using that water to kind of just let it have that dilute, to have some kind of a wet on wet, you know. The edges are not too hard. Yeah, because we don't want hard edges for watercolor. We want some kind of mixture. Okay. So same thing I'll do here. I would even add a bit of like that blue, let that blue just mix a wee bit here. Okay, so that's not too hard. So this is one pumpkin. I'm not very sure. My pumpkin still looks a bit odd. The shape looks a bit weird. It looks like pondalon. You know the donut pondering? So it looks a bit like pondering. Oh, you get this. Are you glad that there's no mold on the latte? No, there's no mold. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. Like it's gonna be molars. But you know me, I always paint moldy stuff, so it might happen, like having the mold. You know, we might have mold happening, and don't be surprised, okay? Don't be surprised if we have mold happening with pumpkin or some other stuff that we have here. Okay, so I just kind of thought that the color's a bit muted, so I'm just going to add another layer so that it looks a little bit more 3D. Okay, and then I'm gonna paint in the this part. So remember, this is kind of a flatter squash, so I'm not sure. Maybe this is a little bit more special than it's flatter, so it could be a different kind of pumpkin. So yeah, there you go. So this one looks a bit like persimmon. Maybe it's an orange. It looks a bit like an orange. So this one over here looks a bit like an orange. See, okay, so yeah, CB used airbrush with acrylic, so he got used to the smell. Yeah, I think it's good to wear a mask, maybe a fume, a mask to kind of ensure that you do not smell the fumes and everything, because that can be bad. I think it's pretty bad for your health. Yeah. Ew. I think it's a little bit too green, so I'm gonna add a bit more of my yellow. Okay, my gold ochre, and I'm gonna just kind of just add a bit of that green on some of these lines. Okay, just to kind of let that our pumpkin look a little bit special. So I'm just gonna add this wee bit of that green, and there's also a little bit texture. So any other green. So there's also some of these colors like green in color. So I'm just gonna draw, like paint it in. But for airbrushing, don't you need to buy like a certain, like a kind of a device, like some kind of instrument or tool, the airbrush machine that you need to use? I know some people use airbrush. I have no idea. I have no idea how to use it, and I don't know where to get one. And I don't think I will ever get it. Yeah, because I don't really use it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna paint in. I really don't know what this is. It looks like some kind of flower thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna paint it in like that. Okay. And that's a wee bit of that yellowish part of the, I don't know what this is, so I'm just gonna paint it in there. Just like that. Okay. I have no idea what this is. Anyone knows? Ah, Nancy says, I paint runner floor mats with acrylic and use Jack Blood brand plus golden. Oh, compressor gravity fed brush, bottle underneath. Okay, gravity fed in cup. Okay. Wow, yeah, I think it's a lot of work. It feels like the kind of thing that you wouldn't do if you're just painting for fun. It's really like an artistic thing. Like, why do you need that? Like, CB, why did you have the need to use that the airbrush? Was it for like maybe model making? I know some people use it for model making, to give like a nice coat, like shiny, like a nice coat for their painted model. Is that what you use it for? And then next I will move on to the orange slices. So orange slices, gonna make this a little bit more stronger. Always nice to have fresh paint to work with. So now I'm just going to paint the wedge by wedge. Okay, it's gonna take a while. Oh, you build models. I see. Ah, I see, I see. Okay, you used to build model cars and bikes. Okay. Yeah, I know, right? Like it's so much easier to use the airbrush. I think in the car industry, like other industries like in like manufacturing, you might use that like very, it's a commercial thing. Like I don't really think it would be something that someone would use when they're just painting for leisure, you know what I mean? It's really like more for that kind of purpose, like a commercial use. So probably, as you have mentioned, modeling, models, stuff like that. It would be something that would be more yeah, it makes sense to actually use that. Yeah. Okay, so these are my wedges of orange. Girl is meant to be got. Okay. Got fed up trying to brush paint. Yeah, I kind of understand, but it's just CV says, okay. So Gina says, I got mine to paint on t-shirts like they do at fairs. I never did. Oh, okay. They would clog. Oh. Yeah, it seemed like something that's difficult to do. It's not something that I don't know. It seems so hard. And I don't think that machine that you have is that cheap, right? It's definitely not something that you just buy because you want to do it for fun. So which is why I never got into it. I know some people do have it. Like I do not like do it. Okay. So my wedges are looking okay, I guess. Yeah, like really dry, looks dry, and yeah, but I think it will probably taste really nice in the latte, the pumpkin spice latte. I'm not sure if people add it, like I don't think I see orange, like wedge of oranges, like in the formula that Paolo gave just now, you know, for the pumpkin spice latte. So maybe not. Okay, so I'm trying to add another piece here and maybe another piece over here. Okay, and then maybe another one here. Okay, just for the fun of it. Okay. All right, then we're gonna move on to the next one. Okay, and this is the pumpkin that's like whitish color. So this one is now a little bit too green, so I'm gonna add more ochre to it, and then I'm just gonna like try to paint this part. So remember we have this one, the water, so I'm just gonna, oh, what? Always clean your brushes. Okay, there you go. I think I'm not too happy today with today's piece. It feels like a bit disjointed, like everything is just everywhere. I don't know. So yeah, there are hits and misses. I think this is a little bit miss. It's like I don't like the background. It seemed a little bit too patchy. You realize like this part it's just whole thing is so patchy. So anyway, I'll try to finish it, and yeah, I would kind of think about what to do with it. Yeah, probably I don't know. I'm not pleased with this piece. It's a little bit weird, but I think we have our good days and bad days. So sometimes maybe I'm kind of like a little bit tired from the whole day. So maybe that's why I didn't really have I don't know, the patience to paint. I don't know. Have you guys have a bad day, like paint day? What do you do when you get like a bad day where you can't really do like painting? Would you know, just paint anyway, you know, like what I'm doing. I paint anyway, and if it does not work, okay, fine, you know, it does not work. But I'm okay, you know, with it. But at least I painted, you know what I mean? So do you guys have a like a bad day, and when you paint, and do you throw away your, have you, I don't do that, but just wondering if anyone will actually throw away their artwork just because it was a bad work, and you just don't want to see it. Makes you really angry to see like a lousy piece of work. Oh, oh, thank you, thanks, Gina. You just paint, you don't, oh, you just paint things that you don't, oh, okay, track shows stuff, I can't pronounce that. Can I call you Greggy? Greg? Chart strap. Sorry. You just paint things that you don't care about. Okay. So you just paint for the sake of painting? Okay. Greg, okay. And CB says, I give you have to be in the right mood to paint or rush it and ruin it. Yeah, which is what I think I am trying to do. So I think I probably chose a piece that is there's just too many elements in here. So I think it's good to learn from mistakes. So I would say a post-mortem of this is that this piece, firstly, I didn't choose a good one because it's very it's very complicated, right? And I'm not feeling that I am in a mood, and yeah, because I probably am very tired from my work, because I came back, I went out at like 6 a.m. No, I woke up at 6 a.m. And I worked all the way till I think when I got back home it was like 7ish, so I was pretty tired. So that could be the reason, you know. So never, two things I learned, don't pick a super complicated piece when you're tired, and don't force yourself. I don't know, would you throw away stuff? Oh, there. Nancy says, I leave it and I find something else to do and start a new sketch. I come back to it later to see if I can save it. Yeah, it is difficult for me because I stream and I post. So I might still post it because I think it's a good learning point. So sometimes when you post, you don't have to always post like perfect stuff. I'm not perfect, so when I don't post a perfect stuff, I guess it's okay. And yeah, yeah, you know. And Sophie says, from what I have read, something you could do is to set an intention before you do artwork. Is it a goal to have fun, to explore something, to learn something? Yeah, yeah, I think that's true. That is a very good point, because it would be unrealistic to expect it to hit everything. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so for me, I think my intention is to paint as the best as I can. Every time when I come in to do this stream with everyone here, my intention is to just paint the best that I can, you know, with whatever I have. Because we're doing the limited palette challenge, so with the limited palette that I have, and try to make it the best that I can make it to be. So for me, as you know, as long as it reaches, for me the goal is to kind of meet the goal, the standard I set for myself. You know, I must like it. It must have something special that I find that I enjoy making it, um, for me to feel happy about it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, ultimately, I think it comes to reminding ourselves and each other to be kind to us. Sophie is our, like, she's always giving out such good advice, you know, to us to kind of like remind ourselves to not give yourself too much stress. Yeah, thanks Sophie for that advice. Yeah, I think sometimes, you know, like too much expectations, yeah, it might make your life a little bit crazy. Yeah. So thanks for that reminder. So I should be kind to myself. So even if I am not producing an art piece that I think is of my standard, I think the most important thing is like I had company from all of you, and you know, we had a good chat about stuff, and getting a nice piece is probably a kind of a sweet, like a cherry on top of a cake. So if I do get a nice piece at the end, you know, it's not a given. You know, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, yeah, it's okay. You know, I already had a good time and chatting with people. So yeah, that's probably what I should think about, and not be so concerned about, like, you know, am I getting like a good artwork? Is this piece the best that I can? But of course, I mean, I try at my best ability. Like I always try to grade myself, kind of like you know, how do I like this piece? Do I think I've done well? Do I think I've painted it to the best that I can? So I always try to do that for every piece that I make. So which is why I think sometimes yeah, a good reminder to cut myself some slack sometimes. Thank you for that. Yay. Yes, I'll do my best. I am trying my best. Yeah, so I think I'll just try to finish up what I have here. So this palette is kind of, I don't know, it feels a bit dull, feels a bit dull. So if you are kind of using this, you know what, I think, what's his name? CB has the 6 colors, right? I think he can very well do our challenge, you know. He probably has almost all the colors that we have, and more, even more. So welcome to join our limited palette challenge, you know, CB. Even without your you know, you can use those colors that you have, and don't yeah, I think don't have to think about the watercolor, because I think that whatever gouache you have is probably good enough. And you know, like gouache is actually non-transparent or opaque watercolor, so yeah, it's watercolor that you are using. So looking forward to you using gouache for our limited color palette challenge. Okay. So yeah, just to kind of update you guys, like Electro Pony, if you guys are I think some of the people who have joined me earlier when I first started streaming, you guys are probably familiar with Electro Pony. So she finally replied on Discord, you know, like about her, how life has been for her, and she has been really busy. I mean, like, yeah, things has happened in her life and stuff like that. Yeah, I hope we'll see her soon, so that, you know, we could all have like a kind of a little reunion. Yeah. Okay. Okay. CB says, Oh, this stream is a release for me once a week. It is not always about the painting. Oh, and the company, right? I know. Yeah, so good that it doesn't matter because to me it matters. But I mean, now I think about it, it's also about the company. It's not like I am trying to show you how to paint a perfect piece because yeah, my perfect piece may not be perfect to you. So some people might like it and some people might not like it. So I think it's too much to expect that I would get it, like really well, like 100%, all the time. So yeah, I think I will think about like what to do. Maybe tomorrow I'll think about it. Cool my head, think about it. Maybe tomorrow I will work on it again. So someone asked, I think Greg ask about the palette. So this is the palette that we are using. So we're using Phthalo Blue 15:3, PB 15:3, Brown Madder PR206, and PY42 for transparent ochre iron oxide, or PY43. I'm using PY43 as a gold ochre. So these are the three colors. So I only use three colors for this piece, okay? Yay, hugs. Yeah, I'm not sure if she's watching. Yeah, she's still not feeling so okay. I think she's recovering, but she's still not so feeling so okay with her what happened. So yeah, she might come back, she might not. I'm not sure. So I really do hope she will come back soon to she's always like the energy of the stream, and we always it's very fun to see her around. And of course I know all of you too, like all of you here are just familiar faces that just makes me happy to see week after week, just checking in, and just to see you guys around just makes me happy. Oh yeah, I think the most important question always that I'll always ask is what is Nancy having for breakfast? Nancy, we always like to know what you're having for breakfast. Because it's really early for you where you are, right? 7 a.m.? Is it still 7 a.m.? So I think this is as we'll kind of stop here. It's looking really patchy. I might do something to this. I don't know. I probably will, because this is looking really, really odd. Yeah, I might just do a wash, like really dark color throughout, and see if I could do anything like me just to make a big pool. Maybe I'll just mix all these colors together, okay, and paint it all the way through. Yeah. Too early or smoothie? Let's see what she says. Maybe she's having smoothie, or maybe she actually she wanted to say that she had smoothie, but because you said that she will have smoothie, she will not have smoothie. She will have like pancake or something, or maybe a sandwich bread. Yeah. We will let her give us her answer about her breakfast, and we always go like, oh wow, that's a really nice breakfast that she's having. It's a nice smoothie that she's having. Okay, so I will probably think about getting it done. Oh, you are having a, wow, that sounds really nice. Pear, banana, peanut butter, and Greek yogurt smoothie. Oh, yums. She always makes us like hungry, on during the stream. So we're always talking about how, yeah, about her breakfast, and she goes with around with her telling us about the nice smoothie that she's having. Wow, and yeah, it is right, protein pack, isn't it? Wow, pear and banana, peanut butter, yum yum yum. Oh, it's 9:49 a.m. Oh, okay. It's actually okay for you right now. It's a good time for breakfast. It's breakfast time. Have you made your breakfast already? Okay, so I think I will kind of end here, right? It's looking a bit like weird. I might try to unify this by a painting because it's looking very patchy, so I might unify the painting later on with a kind of a background glaze, okay, to see if that would save it. Because now is, I mean it's looking okay, but it's just too patchy. So yeah. Anyway, I think I will end here. It's near 1 a.m. It's 12:50 a.m. I hope you guys have a great weekend ahead. Enjoy your breakfast. Nancy's, have a good breakfast. I would love to have your smoothie. Yums. Okay, it is. It is a natural laxative. I didn't know. Okay. Okay. I will take note. I will take note. Oh, it's time for your tea. Okay. Yeah, enjoy your tea, CB. And have a good tea for you. And Nancy, have good breakfast. And Pain in Hiding, have a good evening, good night, good sleep. Oh no, that's bad. Oh no, Nancy. Don't do it at 2 a.m. Drink it in the morning if you need to go to, to clear bowels. Do that in the morning. Don't do that at night, okay? Have a great night, everybody. Thanks, Greg. Thanks, Greg, for joining tonight. And thanks, Rep Sophie, as well. Good night to you. Have a good sleep. And thank you so much, everyone. I hope to see you guys again next week. Next week, we'll be painting this over here, okay? With these three colors, okay? Yeah, I think it's really nice to have people. Oh, Matt Enki, everybody say hello to Matt Enki. His has been around for a while. Have you been lurking, Matt Enki? Yeah, thanks for joining. It has been a while, and we're talking about Electro Pony. So hope one day she will come and join us again. So anyway, good night and bye to all. Thanks for joining, and thanks for all the good wishes. Goodbye, everybody. Good evening. Bye bye. Oh, you just arrived. Oh no. Okay, hope to catch you next time. Oh, see you. Bye bye, Becky. Bye bye, everybody.